All right, you guys, buenos dias. I'm happy to have you on the 12-step roadmap to accelerated results session. You guys, we are in step 3, and we are talking about websites. We have had 3 weeks of grueling lessons and samples and so forth of how to build a website, what not to do, what kind of technology there is, what kind of content you need, and so forth. And today we are going to take everything that we have learned over the last few weeks, and we are going to put it into practice. We're going to design a Oh, Scott, you have no mic. Can you type fast? we are going to design a website brief from beginning to end, and I'm looking for volunteers. If not, then I'm going to pick an industry, and I can do phone. Fantastic. Do me a favor, Scott, call into the number. Kathy's going to paste the phone number inside the chat box, and you can call in from a landline, and let's do your guys' design brief beginning to end, because I know we're doing a redesign on your site anyway, so I would love to be the one that walks you through that process. So what perfect timing. This is called leverage. Everyone else is going to benefit from kind of getting a feel for what do you need to be thinking about when you're going through the design process. What are all the different elements? Again, we started this series, let's see here, 3 weeks ago. We're on week number 4 of the web design and development sessions. In the beginning, if you have not watched session 1, that was all about the types of technology. So things you rule out, the do not do's, no Flash, no templates, no GoDaddy websites tonight, Yahoo site builders, no Wix sites, no Intuit site builders, no Google site builders. So anything that's a template and or free or a editor that you can do it yourself kind of website, I would probably run, because we talked a little bit about strategy as well, and this is the face of your business to the world. This is the number one presentation vehicle you have to put your business in front of new prospects consistently, as well as to replicate your message. So you guys, this is not where you want to spare and do it wrong. You absolutely want to make sure that it's done right. Actually, Ann Powers, I'm going to ask you to volunteer if you are in a place where we can where you can talk. Shoot me a message on the chat here under the questions area and let me know if we can do yours as well. I know that you are just in the process of launching your new project, and if you are bold enough to go through the design process with me, I would absolutely love to do that with you. Just shoot me a note and let me know. All right, with that, first things first, starting a web project. The best thing I can say is you have to have the right attitude, and you have to be totally committed to the process. This is first and foremost. I want to show you a photo I just posted on my Facebook page, and I think this is totally relevant today. You guys can see my screen. This is my son on the right and my father on the left. Both people were on the same exact ride. They were both going down the exact same steep slope, and Mike and I were in the seats right in front of them. Both people were absolutely scared to death. I'll leave it like that. They get off as soon as they get off this roller coaster, they look back, and my son looks at my dad when they see the picture up on that big screen. My son looks at my dad, and he was like, "Grandpa, weren't you scared?" And he looked at him, he said, "Absolutely." And he was like, "That's crazy. Look at my face and look at yours." He was like, "Yes, but I made a decision to smile." And to me, it was such a huge life lesson. I'm constantly talking to my son about, there's good things, there's bad things, how you take it, your attitude, your tone, your personality, your mindset is going to either make this a great experience, and you're going to know that this is very, very complex. You're operating in a world that you're probably not that familiar with. You may be having to learn new technologies. You may be having to learn things that you may have to change the way you thought. You may have thought that, web design might have been an easy process, or maybe you only needed one resource to get your site done. When the reality is you're going to go through multiple different types of personalities. You're going to go through multiple different types of individuals, and you'll have a guide that helps you through the process. But the biggest thing is really your mindset, your thinking, asking questions instead of making statements. That absolutely helps. I just did a design brief. With a new client of ours, Barbara Gilbert, and it was such an awesome experience. She was very, very mentally prepared for the process. She was very positive through the whole thing. She actually allowed us to record it, so you guys will post that inside the breakout sessions as soon as that gets uploaded and it goes to our video editors. And you guys will get to hear us go through that design brief, and that was literally off the cuff. It was yesterday at, I think, 5 p.m., and it was just an awesome, awesome, awesome experience. She was mentally prepared for the projects. Your personality weighs in on everyone. I'll give you an example. No, we won't. So this is your guide right here. You can either look like this or you can look like this. Both of them are going to get you a different result. I say that because it's such a wildly important element of this entire process. So let's see, who do we got? Ann Powers, awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, Lisa Walworth, I just saw you. That was my beautiful mama. Did you see that? I just saw you, Miss Lisa. That's my mom. Join also, Lisa, I saw your designs come through last night, so you're going to want to jump in Basecamp. Well, I happy you might as well knock that out. Your new designs just showed up in Basecamp this morning. I think we submitted our design modifications on Friday, so definitely hop in there, check those out, and let's get some feedback. All right, awesome. Sue Reynolds, so happy to have you. Cheryl, awesome. Scott, awesome. Rick, Meredith, Lisa, Ann. Oh my goodness. All right, it's time to rock. So we're going to start with, while Scott's getting all tied in, Ann, I'm going to unmute you in just a second, and Miss Lady, you and I might just save ourselves another hour if we can go through this process together. All righty. Ann, I'm going to unmute you now. Good morning, Miss Lady.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
Good. Are you volunteering or am I pushing you down this path?
Well, we'll go. Hey. Anything that you have to give is always a positive for me, so I'll take it when I can get it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, let's do this. We have to do it anyway. I think we've got time on the calendar tomorrow or something I saw. So let's.
It's today.
It's today. Well, sweet. So we're going to document the process. All right. First things first. Tell me your website address.
aircaresystemsinc.com.
Perfect. We're going to grab this website. We're going to drop over to the design brief, and we're going to first put this website in here. So if anyone else that's listening is in the design process, this is what you need to be prepared for. So this should absolutely help. All right. Let me get my screen to cooperate. Okay, next thing. I would normally be coming to the site, and the first thing I'm looking for is I want to know what are my social media links that I have. So let's drop these social media links. We're going to go back over to the design brief, and we're going to drop each one of these social media links. Now, for you, we won't do this obviously on a live recording, but we will need logins and passwords to your Twitter account and your LinkedIn account. And for your Facebook account, we just need you to give us admin access, which I know we already have because we've been working on your Facebook for quite a while now. So we'll drop logins and passwords in here a little bit later. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move your site over here, and we're going to talk business. Get organized with my ADD slides here. All right, first things first. You're going to have web forms on your site. There's a couple different ways we can do web forms. So let me go through those, and then we'll talk through which one's going to work. First one is going to be you have some kind of an integrated CRM system, and on an integrated CRM system, they give you embed code that you can put forms on your web page with. I'll show you just a quick example. We'll click on forms here, and you'll see all these forms. These forms are actually embed code forms that are entirely tied into our CRM system. So on all of our pages, posts, blog posts, videos, YouTube videos, and so forth, we have either a link to the form or we have the embedded form. And this form is actually feeding, let me just show you. This is feeding new leads into our MotherNode CRM. Which from a time standpoint, so here's where all the leads come in. So every, some of you might see your names there. Everybody that's filled out a, so this came in last night. The American Cancer Society found us on, it looks like 12-step roadmap, and complete marketing systems, Barbara Gilbert, you saw, and so forth. So that's one way we can do forms. For me, personally, in my company, I wouldn't live without this, because the reverse is that you have a web form on your site that's built using a form builder, and when they fill out that form, it sends you an email. That email has all of the person's contact information, and then at some point, hopefully you find out what page did they find you on. Was it Facebook or Twitter, or was it a referral? Did they find you on Google? And so forth. Each one of these forms is actually tied to a campaign. Let me go into marketing. A campaign, that campaign has a lead capture form, and it tracks analytics. So I literally know every single marketing activity that I do, whether it's, like I said, a blog post, a social, if I'm doing a webinar, if I'm doing a blog talk radio, or a Facebook post, or Twitter, I know exactly where everything comes from. So if I move over to Facebook, I'm going to jump over to our fan page real quick. And you'll see on our fan pages, we have a live chat. That's quick and easy. We get live chat requests all the time. But we also have a need a consult. This same exact form is tied to our CRM system. So when somebody fills it out, it automatically comes in. So that, to me, is the best case scenario if you are serious about marketing and you want to know, out of all of the activities that you're performing on a regular basis, which ones are generating the most amount of qualified leads that close. Not just what generates the most traffic, what generates the most leads, but really the goal of every business should be to identify what are the marketing activities they do every day that provide the highest leverage results. And the only way to do that is to be able to measure it. So many times businesses are in a position where they are strictly measuring traffic, traffic likes, fans, and so forth. And so I want to make sure that that's at least a discussion. So that being said, we need to make some decisions, and you don't have to make those right now, but it is a consideration as far as web forms. So first and foremost, let's say that you don't have that system in place. And let me just throw this out there. MotherNode, this solution costs $69 per seat, actually either $59 or $69, depending if you use this for a ticket system and a case management or a customer service system as well. You can manage your customers, your contacts. For us, every single ticket that our clients put into the system. So for example, if they put in a website go live request, if they need help with a support ticket, every ticket, every quote, every contact, everything is inside one platform. So just to kind of go through, customers, contacts, cases, which are customer service tickets. So if you're in the HVAC business and you want people to request appointments, let me kind of go through what this looks like. Typically, what an HVAC company will do, or any business, is they will put a web form that's a custom-built web form on the website in there, and it's going to send an email. And it's going to say request a service, schedule service, schedule maintenance, get a free consultation, sign up now, register now. Those are all your different kind of calls to actions. And typically it's going to go into an email. And when I have a conversation with them later and I ask them, where's your business coming from? Where's your leads come from? They're not sure. Even when it comes down to customer support, all of our customer support tickets go in here as a case. We have case forms, which are similar to web forms. So right here, this is a web form, but this goes into cases, which are customer support type tickets, instead of it going into leads and opportunities, which is where we would manage a new business lead. So that's also something to consider, is how organized you want to be. When I come into the system, I can pick a customer and I can see every transaction related to that customer, every time that customer has filled out a registration form or a lead form, and every support ticket or meeting request or appointment request that's ever came in for one individual client. I started with, so customers, contacts. For us, we use it for customer service, cases, case forms. We also use it for vendor management because we have a lot of vendors that we pay. Vendors, contacts. If we have purchase orders that we're sending out, you may or may not need that function. On the lead management side, you have sales management, which is managing leads and opportunities. All your activity, you can generate quotes, you can generate proposals, you can generate email templates. Let me give you a quick example. If I am inside the CRM system and I want to email this client, this is Janine, our queen. She's on our Salesforce. She's a business consultant as well, marketing consultant. But if I want to email Janine, I'm simply going to go into the email system, choose from a set of email templates that have already been pre-created and written. So I'm showing you this element because I want you to think about in the process of designing and developing a website, part of this has to do with how are we going to leverage your website to be able to attract new customers, retain existing customers, increase conversions for new prospects because of better content, more informed customers, better educated customers. And then also, how are we going to take this piece of technology and how are we going to make this thing truly work for us? Meaning, put operational efficiencies inside our business that are going to allow us to work more efficient. So if you can imagine in our business, and I am, for those of you that know me, I am a freak about processes, systems, I should just say that, processes and systems. Very organized, very, very disciplined, and I'm constantly working with our team on the same kind of disciplines. So if I am going to email new leads, every time a new lead comes into the system, I'm going to say, thank you for contacting us. And you may say, Anne, in yours, you might be, let's go ahead and get you scheduled for service, or let's get you scheduled for maintenance, or maybe it's talk to a specialist or a tech. Maybe it's to do a quick assessment on what the situation is, if they're having issues with their air conditioning or heating, or they're interested in maybe installing a ductless system or whatever that looks like. But if you have anything in your business, which everybody should do, if you haven't been through the step 1 strategy section, there was an entire session that was spent on what do you do that's on a repetitive basis. So anything that you do every day, day in and day out. If you're in a sales position and you are repeating the same thing over and over and over again, we must digitize it and get it on the website. If you're in a customer service or a sales position and you're sending out the same kind of templates or same kind of emails every single time, we've got to be able to automate it and make sure that you become more efficient and operationally kind of savvy. If you constantly deal with customer support tickets, whether it's scheduling meetings, scheduling service, and you don't have good record keeping for the customer, how many service requests, how many maintenance requests, how many customer support tickets. Maybe I've got a few of you that are on the call that are resellers of ours. You guys are web development, SEO, or social media companies. You guys technically, quote unquote, build websites, whether we do that for you or you do that yourself, you're a marketing agency. If you have someone paying a monthly maintenance fee that is X number of dollars, say it's $100 a month, and you're getting 30 or 40 tickets from them on a monthly basis, you're able to tell that's not a profitable relationship. If you're getting 5 or 6 tickets from them, it's probably not a healthy relationship from a financial standpoint. So anybody that's in a monthly subscription with some kind of service base to it, that's going to be important as well. But think about the types of emails. So we have, we're very organized. We have every one of our various programs, which we call them action plans. We have them outlined. Some people are going to need 1 and 3, 1, 3 and 4, 1, 3 and 6, 1, 3 in e-commerce, 1, 3, 6 and 10, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes it's going to be billing reminders. So it may be a second payment reminder, or unfortunately accounts getting suspended for non-payment, whatever that looks like. It may be that we're helping a customer and we have a ticket support or case resolved. Little things like our Mitsubishi conference attendees. So that's a standard email that was sent out. Final request for meetings, go to meeting information when we have a scheduled appointment, created a custom plan when we're not using these traditional or standardized agreements, and so forth. So somebody requests a meeting. This is exactly what the meeting request email looks like. So if you could imagine in your business, what are all the things you do day in and day out, and how do you make sure that all of those records of communications are attached to this client? So if I was to send this message, which I'll go ahead and send this to Janine, she'll know I'm doing a test. If I send this message, this is automatically going to take this email and it's going to attach it to the customer record, which is going to be in this area. Every call, every note, every voicemail, every quote that's produced, every file related to a specific customer. We have Handshake, which we refer business back and forth. So that was a long-winded discussion for Miss Ann. If somebody fills out a web form on your website, what email address would you like it to go to?
I would say it would depend upon the function, but they all filter into me anyway.
Okay.
I'm the gatekeeper. And this is changeable, right? So yes. if I come up with something better, for now, I would put it to aPowers@aircaresystemsinc.com.
Okay, and just kind of another idea. So this is saying that we're going to use a traditional form that's on a website. Of course, if you guys are looking at implementing a more robust system, MotherNode's a good thing to look at. And as you start to improve kind of your overall marketing plan, that's definitely something I would say consider. Or if there's something similar that's specific in the HVAC environment, that would be great as well. The biggest thing is you need an embeddable web form, kind of like you would embed a YouTube video. An embeddable web form is going to help. All right, good stuff. I know I spent a lot of time on web forms, but I have to because that is it's one of the biggest things you're going to use in your business.
Is the $69 a one-time fee, Jennifer, or is that a monthly charge, or how does that work?
Good question. So they have 5-seat minimum, so you have to have 5 seats, and it's either $59 or $69 per seat per month. And if you go to, I think it's under resources on the 12-step roadmap, but I'll get you the link so you can look at it.
Okay.
For me, I would pay 6 times that because we are the most organized and efficient. Literally, I can leave, somebody else can leave, and instantaneously, let me move this. Instantaneously, you can see what all the notes were with that client, who talked to him last, what got sent out last, what the client's response was, and everything else. So we just live and die by that.
Well, and I'm the running joke at my office because I'm the same way, and it could just be the nurse background in me, but everything's a procedure and everything has to flow a certain way in our office, and it's the only way I personally can function and keep track of everything. And so within Outlook, which is my email system currently, everything flows into there, but I have templates set up for signature pages for my routines, like you said, that, permit requests and inspections and appointment confirmations and you name it, so that I don't even have to do an attachment. Yep. I just hit it and go, and one for each face with each person's picture on it that's going out. So for me, that's critical, and we just started doing that, I would say, in the past 6 or 8 months, and it's just such a time saver. And if you could get everybody doing it, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's a big, big deal, especially if they're all in a web-based application where everybody's going in. It's all in a centralized location versus on somebody's desktop, or worse, which most companies are. It's in somebody's head, which that's a no-go.
Right. Right.
Some people have certain hot buttons. That's absolutely a hot button of mine. Okay. Types of web forms. Let's talk about what are the types of web forms. So we're obviously going to have a contact us, which is just more of your generic. How about schedule maintenance, schedule service, emergency? What are the different variations? And you'll know which web form they're coming from, so you can easily sort those and systemically know what page it's coming from. Talk to me about those.
Is there a limit to how many that you want us to try and stick to, that you get to a point where you go, okay, that's a little bit overkill? Because for me, I would say contact us. I would say service separate from maintenance. Obviously, a consultation, sales consultation, or new equipment installation consult, whatever we think is going to be the best SEO way to put it.
Okay.
And then there would be one for I'm trying to think of the best way for the computer.
What about emergency? Do you have any kind
duct testing or blower door testing, because we test the duct systems in the whole house.
Okay.
And then attic insulation quotes.
So I can't spell either. Okay. So right now, we have...
And emergency. Yeah, you said
emergency. That. Okay, so let me get... Okay. So actually what we have right now is we have 5 web forms, and we have 3 drop downs in 1 web form. That's how I would do it based on this. So these... Technically, I'm going to go under service. I'm going to drop these in, and I'm going to make them choose. So let me move this. So technically, you have contact, service, and then it'll say choose the type of service you're interested in. So let's go ahead and drop in the other ones. We're going to say AC, heating. Now, do you do boilers or any oil and propane or anything like that?
Very few oil in our area. We do gas, but
gas delivery?
Typically that falls under heating.
Okay. Indoor air quality?
We do.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to have...
Is there any ability, my current form has the ability where they could pick, like morning, afternoon, or 2-hour increments, or Monday through Friday days of the week? Is that really probably not a good idea? Or
form data. So we're going to have name, phone, email. What about is zip code or full address important? And you want to keep
full address for me, because I have so many different Smiths and...
Okay. All right. And type of request / service. Let's put unknown, which that's for people like me that don't know what's broke.
What the problem is.
Yep. You can put in there, I'm hot. I'm cold.
And for us, an alternate phone.
Okay.
Because sometimes they're never at their original one.
Okay.
And are they twice a year maintenance customer, or planned, ESP planned maintenance customer? Because they get moved to the top of the list, and they get certain.
What do you call them? ESP or preferred?
Planned maintenance.
Okay.
Planned maintenance customer.
Okay. So what you're going to notice as we go through, first you'll notice I can't spell or type. My brain moves faster than my fingers. Second, what you'll notice is there's going to be some things that start sounding redundant, because things are going to start lining up, meaning you're going to have the processes: identify your primary key phrases, identify the primary pages, for each page, identify the call to action. For each call to action, have a web form. So what you're going to notice is things are going to really start lining up as we go through this, but you'll also see some of those redundancies.
We probably should put a comment line in there too.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. Perfect. Okay, next thing, purpose of website. Talk to me. I'll throw out my 3 things normally. One is lead generation. Second is client retention and education. And third is operational efficiencies. Talk to me about what you would say that the purpose of your website is going to be.
The exact same thing.
Awesome. Love it.
I mean, we really, really desperately need new client generation. That needs to be a big focus for us. So as we move forward, SEO, everything is going to play a huge role, which is, of course, probably my first deal as we pull over pages from my current website. Like I was joking with Mike, was if the way it was written now and what was there was good now, it would be working.
I like that. All right. I love that. Okay, outside of you and Joey having the coolest personalities on the planet, talk to me about your unique selling proposition. What do you guys feel like are the things that really, really make you stand out?
Well, for one, we do the job right from the point of proposal to the install. If we are the installer, we do heat load calculations to make sure that we have proper sizing of equipment. We match the equipment and the needs to the homeowner or the business owner based on their wants and wishes, features and benefits, and then again their finances. But more importantly, we're all about customer service and that personal touch. Every single job that we do is visited afterwards by Joey and I as the owner. We walk through it. We make sure we're happy with the quality of the install. We make sure that the customer is happy with the quality of the install and do our follow-up pictures. And then we go through every piece of paperwork, and nothing's left for the homeowner to do. We've done all the registrations, the warranties. It's put in a nice folder, and they just have to sit back and enjoy clean, comfortable air. So for us, it's that personal touch that we still have the ability to give that many companies do not or will not give that customer. Okay. I have a face that I can put with that customer now. We have a rapport. We've built a relationship, and there's a trust there.
Okay, so all of these, I'm loving them. We're going to come back to these when we get to the slide section, but I'm just going to throw out right now everything you just told me in the last one, video. I'm going to be able to write that, and we'll have the designers work it into primarily your slide areas. However, this section right here, hands down, has got to be you and Joey talking. It's got to be you two on a video. At some point, we've got to get there and get that done, because that's your welcome video. That I felt the emotional connection there. I felt the personality and your guys' personal commitment and care and concern for each of the clients, which you and I are very similar. I would say 99.9% of all of our clients I know. Part of it's because I'm a typical female and a control freak, but the other is just because I care.
Yeah, and that's us. I mean, we care. I mean, when we're done, you're family, and it's a lifetime relationship that we've built with you, and we're the company that sends flowers, sends sympathy cards, goes to funerals. I mean, that's who we are.
I love that. All right, let's talk about the theme and the feel of the website. Are we looking for bold, aggressive? Are we looking for modern? Are we looking, you want the thing to be very current? Talk to me about do you want it to primarily be focused on video, graphics? What are some of the things that really stand out to you?
Well, I'm fine with modern and bold. Our main theme for us, Jennifer, is education, because an informed homeowner or business owner makes wise decisions. And I have no problems with my homeowners having researched myself, my products, air conditioning, indoor air quality, because they can ask the right questions and I can get the right answers to give them the prescription that they're looking for. So we want it to be educational, but we don't want to overwhelm those that are not those that are the researchers. So we want to put it in such a facet that it meets the needs of all three levels for everybody.
Okay.
For the quick folks that want to get in and get out, fine. For the folks that want to get in there and watch and read and put in their own air conditioner, that's a joke. We don't subscribe to that. But then we want that information readily available too. So I don't have a problem. It's on my docket to do videos. We even have audios that are part of our telephone system when you're on hold. Of different stuff, and we can make as many as we wish. I know a lot of people frown on just having audio or MP3s on their websites, but I mean,
I'll show you how to do that and get the same effect as a video. I do a radio show, 2 or 3 radio shows a week, and they're all audio files, but they embed really nicely on a video, and the technology is free.
My one pet peeve is I want them to be able to find what they need on my website. I don't want them leaving to go to Train's website or Mitsubishi's website or Daikin's website or anybody else's. I want them to obtain the correct information the first time where they're at, make a decision, and go ahead and make that contact right while they're there, rather than going, if I have, what about Train, and click through, and then they left my site and I never get them back again, and they go to some other Train dealer that's on their locator.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the number one mistake I see on almost every HVAC website, is literally sending them off to the dealer locators. Great. Great, great, great. Okay, perfect. I'm going to say modern and bold and organized. Clean and organized.
Absolutely. Clean and crisp. I like that. And here's a question that I have, and I don't even know if it's possible. Is there any way to have a call to action, whether it be the contact form or whatever, that my pet peeve is the big, long, never-ending scroll-down page. I don't know why. It's just me. Is there any way to have that contact or that follows, if they do have to scroll, it's always on the screen following in their face to reach me, or have the format set up in such a way that that's always what's on the main screen, if you will. There's always some form or some contact there, a button, whatever, to make that prominent. I don't want it to be down towards the bottom where that's not the first thing that they always see. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, and yes. Let's, I just saw a design come in for somebody that we can use as an example. Let's pull up Superiors real quick. I said real quick, that is a huge file. Oh, I just downloaded the PDF.
And I don't know the architecture of what's available, so from, to throw it out there, I rely on y'all to say, hey, this is...
So these are kind of some options. One, on your home page, so you have obviously a call to action in the header area. You could have call to actions in your sliders. You would have a call to action that's on every page in the sidebar, like a get a quote or we'll contact you. And the other thing you can do is put it in a footer, which your footer's on every single page. So between a sidebar, home page, and a footer, you can make sure that you've got a CTA on every one of them. Let me go glance at this one.
Okay.
I don't know if this is it just came in, so I don't know if this is a slider or a full site. So see here, they have, let me just open this up because it's some ideas. You have the header area, you have instantly here. Now they have a lot of stuff on the home page, but they also dropped it in the footer. So you'll notice, I think a lot of times websites, they don't use all the pieces of real estate like you can. You have all these real estates, and the consumer will choose what portion of the website and how much of the website they're going to dive into. So I believe you have somewhat of an instant decision maker personality, just in my experience with you. A little bit of research too, but I think you lean more to definitely an A personality type. So
no,
this is why we get along. You are by nature gonna stick to this area. This is what your brain, my brain sticks to, is when I come here, you have less than a half a second to make sure I understand I'm at the right spot. You have what I want, and it's easy for me to get what I need. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. All the other stuff, have fun, great for SEO, don't care. that's my personality type, which I have to be careful, because if I had that, I'd have one page that said, well, you're here, you need our help, call. So now when you get into these other areas and you start getting into a researcher and an analytical portion, or an analytical person site, they all of a sudden want to feel comfortable. They want to do their research. They want to be able to dive into the different areas and study and learn. They want to ask educated questions and so forth. I tend to be a trust the experts person when it's outside of my area of knowledge, and I don't want to retain that info, which is not good. It is good because I know what I need to focus on. And then you have your fence sitters, which, you want to drop them into your social media sites, you want to drop them into your videos and so forth, and drop them into your blog posts, let them hang out. But at the footer, this is going to stick with you through every page in the entire site. So using the call to actions, this area down here, sometimes I'll see people just put links to their website and maybe their social media icons. We have to shove it home and have multiple ways people. So you have all my contact information. I'm at the right place. Get a quote, get an estimate, 24-hour service, sign up for our newsletter, download our mobile app, get an estimate. By the way, we're accredited, we're diamond dealers, we're train certified, we're carrier certified, whatever that looks like. But those are kind of, so the answer to your question is yes. CTA on all pages. I'm going to put that down here and we're going to come down to that.
Okay.
All right, next section, preferred colors. Talk to me. You want to stick with the colors that are inside your logo now?
Well, and that's a question too. If you go to, I don't know which one has a header. I should have brought up my website. Look on some of my other pages. You'll see a picture of our trucks, I think.
Okay.
Which have flames. And as we read, there you go.
Oh, got it. I saw it on one.
So I guess I'm looking to you graphically and your team to say, hey, what's best, so that we don't lose the branding that's all over our vehicles. Our business cards look somewhat like the front of those trucks with the flames. The orange and yellow flames for heat, obviously, and then the different variations of blue for the cooling. People know us by that. So do we try and pull colors out of that, or pull the basic colors out of the logo that comes out of that whole artwork? That's
all I need. Everything else I'll leave up to the experts.
Okay.
That was perfect. Perfect guidance for them. You gave them a logo. You gave them the branding you have in your existing. Obviously, we're not going to rewrap trucks, so it has to be consistent. So with that, the guys are smart, and they will come up with a really cool design to make it stand out. All right, target audience. Multiple times you've said home owners and business owners. Are you targeting? Go for it.
Go ahead. What did you say?
Are you targeting existing clients?
I need to have a campaign for that. Absolutely. Not only do I need new, but I need to pull back in existing clients that have fell away.
Yep.
Keep maintaining the clients that I have.
Oh, and you have your preferred.
And I have my preferreds. And then our market primarily for us, and I don't know, maybe it's because that's my love, is geriatrics, because that's the type of nurse I am, is that our market is typically 40 to 50-year-olds and above. I'm not saying we don't have younger, but that seems to be my market.
Okay. Let me come back to that when we get into pictures. And let me think about that a little more, because I don't know if I would want to pigeonhole you. It might be what you have, but it might not be all what you need.
And that was the thought too.
Yeah. Let me let's hold off on that one and not guide the designers that direction. Because I don't think it's necessary.
Because the attrition rate, rate with the elderly is not good.
Yeah, we want to make this for longevity. I know you have an exit strategy with this in some way, shape, or form. So okay, great. All right, tagline.
We care about the air you breathe.
Okay.
With an E.
That too.
EATHE. Nope. Nope.
B-R-E-A-T-H.
Yep.
Jeez. Okay, homepage navigation. So this is most important from an SEO standpoint. We're going to create just kind of an outline. This is your baby. So let's go over and let's pretend like we're doing your, actually, you know what? Let's just get this done. So we're going to go into, forget about your, I was going to do a sample website project. We're not going to do that. We're going to, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to create a new project, air systems. All right, for now, I'll just give access to our company. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the calendar. Okay, today is the project launch. This is also the date we completed design brief. My, by the way, your project manager, Ben, is not going to be happy that we just did this without him, but I can send him the video. Okay, so here's the goals. Let's set the standards for this project right now, and then we've got to stick to it. So first thing, we completed the design brief. I'm going to submit the design brief first thing tomorrow morning after I go over it with Ben. We're going to submit it on a Wednesday. You're going to have your design back. So we're going to have V1, which is version 1 design. We'll be back by Friday. You're going to do your V1 design review. Are you okay with the 28th?
When is that? Monday?
Next Monday?
I've got company coming into town, so I'm going to be pretty pressed.
Let's move it. What about Tuesday?
Tuesday. That'll give me some time to work on it Monday. Yeah, but.
All right, perfect. So when you do your design review, you're going to open up Basecamp. You're going to go type in a message just like this. And I'm going to create a draft of design feedback. Okay, the first area is going to be the header. The second area is going to be navigation. Third area is going to be slider. Fourth area is going to be CTAs. Second is going to be body and any of the body elements. Third area is going to be so this may be broken down into photo galleries, text, additional CTAs, video, and so forth, which we'll create all those. And then the bottom is the footer. When you give your design feedback, you're going to want to give it in one full swoop, all your notes in one message. You're going to title it Design V1 Feedback / changes. You're going to post a message just like I am, but you're going to see our design team in here. You're going to check our design team, and then you're going to post this message just like this. And that feedback is going to go into, let me go back here, so that you're going to, I'm going to say you're going to do the review by here, then you will post design changes, V1 changes, by this date. Our designers will have V2 complete by Monday. If you need another round of changes, you can have V2 changes complete. How does May 7th look for you?
That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So there's your V2 changes complete. Next, you're going to, we're going to have final version, final review, and design approval. So we want that done in 2 weeks, so you'll have final approval of the design by the 9th. Now let's talk real business. That means here you start content, outline in Brightboards. You're going to start that here. You need to finish content by this date. Okay? This is the one make or break on your project finishing on time, because right here, the design moves into development. And our developers have to have content perfectly outlined before they can go through this process. So my developers are going to transfer 100% of existing content to new CMS. They're going to set up your server here and subdomain. They're going to install WordPress, install the proper plugins, and so forth. By here, they'll have 100% of your content transferred. Doesn't mean we're going to use it, but what I have to do is make sure that you don't lose anything that you've done. So every page that you have on here, I've got to recreate those exact same pages in your new site. It doesn't mean it has to be organized, which it won't be organized the same way, but we've got to make sure and have them. For you, because none of the pages have good permalink structures, none of these pages we care about doing any kind of through and redirects on or keeping those page navigation things, because none of these have any weight or value or any meaning right now. They're all kind of just junk pages as far as the permalink structure. Sometimes in some people's project, they'll have good permalink structure, and we'll want to keep those pages intact in case they have good backlinks coming into them. But right now, not in this format. All right, now,
does that mean if I wanted to, so that you have different content that I want to include in this new website other than write boards, if I make changes to my own website before you transfer 100% on Friday the 2nd, it's going to come over too?
Yes.
Or do you recommend that, or do you recommend I not do it that way?
Well, you can absolutely do it like that. I'm going to show you the pages, and this is for everybody's project. We're going to go through the navigation pages that I'm going to say are most critical that I need in your write boards. Everything else you can do on your site.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go home, about. Now, your primary services: air conditioning, heating, ductless, indoor air quality, geothermal?
No, well, nah.
Okay. Anything else?
I would probably put them under subpages under indoor air qualities, where I would put my building science and my duct testing and all that stuff. So that's where I would probably put that.
All right, perfect. So this is your primary header navigation. This is perfectly aligned for Google. This is a junk page, junk page, junk page, junk page. These are your primaries. This is what I care about for SEO. Everything else is for random people. Air conditioning. We have installation, repair, maintenance, warranty. What am I missing? Service. Anything else?
About sums it up, I think.
Heating, same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Indoor air quality, or let's go through ductless. I'm going to start as it. What is ductless? Okay, next one.
Well, there you go. Installation, repair, maintenance, warranty, service.
Awesome. Correct. Indoor air quality.
It's called, I don't know how to put it for the website, Jennifer. It's building performance, but it's actually home and duct testing, and it's a blower door test, so I don't know how what's the best way to word it for that. We have UV lights, electronic air cleaners, obviously filters. Duct testing, UV lights, electronic air cleaners, filters. Attic renovation. Sealing. No, sealing. SEALING, sorry.
Okay, got it.
And where would be best, do you think, to put things like duct repair, duct installation, and duct sealing?
It falls in each one of them, right?
For air conditioning and heating, yes. Ductless doesn't require it, but
what was it? Duct sealing?
duct repair.
Okay.
And then duct fabrication.
Okay, great part about the way WordPress works, we can create one page, but we can put the same pages in the navigation for each one.
Okay.
That way you don't have duplicate content, but if they click on the air conditioning one, they get all the same pages. If they click on the heating one, they get the same pages for these 3 services. Everything else, we're going to line up for Google. It's based on people's real searches: air conditioning installation, air conditioning repair, air conditioning maintenance, air conditioning warranty, air conditioning service, duct sealing, duct repair. Why I say duct, don't know. Okay. All right. I like it.
That's squared. That's squared. Sorry.
I was thinking duck, duck, goose. Okay, so here, these are the pages that are most important to me. This is what I need. Everything else, I don't want to say don't care. I'm going to say that your goal has to be, actually, your top level pages are most important. So let me give you, best case scenario is you have 100% of your content done by that date. Worst case scenario is you have the content for air conditioning, heating, ductless, indoor air quality, resources, which you already have tons of them on here, contact, and about us.
Where does blog and like newsletters and all go in there?
That will go right here. And that can either be under resources or blog in your same area. And newsletter will no longer be newsletter, it will be a format within the blog, a category.
Within the blog, okay.
So your blog, what you'll notice is your blog is going to have the same categories as your primary sales pages. So the blog is going to have a category for air conditioning, heating, ductless, indoor air quality, each one. So these are going to be the individual categories, and this is where we get into the marketing activities, but the SEO guys are going to be asking you for, I need content, and it's all going to be, they're going to handpick 2 or 3 of these primary phrases, 2 or 3 of the secondary phrases, which are long tail searches, and they're going to be asking for 2 to 3 articles for each one. That is what to avoid, what to consider, comparisons, and it's going to be specific to this topic. They're going to have you very, very focused on meeting Google's requirements before humans. The designers are going to care about people. The SEO and the developers are going to care about Google. So if you're talking to somebody that only cares about a robot, you're not going to get the same warm feeling as when you're talking to somebody that cares about real people. So I always tell everyone that's going through this process, try and put on you're going to have to compartmentalize your brain. When you're talking to the designers, everything is going to be about what real people are going to want to see, what's going to convert. They're totally focused on conversions, layout, design, the look, the feel, the emotion, and everything behind the site. They don't give a rat's rear end about SEO. They never will. Okay. Then you're going to have your developers, which your developers are going to care about, is the coding done properly? Is your database done right? Do you have the right infrastructure in place? Is your CSS proper? They're going to really nail at the very end of the project. They're going to do the responsive designs. And then you're going to have your SEO person that doesn't care about either of them. The only thing they care about is your content, the layout of the content. Is it properly in there? And can Google index it and all of that stuff? So sometimes it's frustrating for someone when they're talking to one of those individuals and they're trying to get them to understand something when it's not in their wheelhouse. So the best thing you can do is either A, go through Ben and I, who are more of business strategists and we understand each of their personalities, and ask who should I talk to about which section, or go through Ben and I and ask who should we, because they just have a different brain, which goes back to why you shouldn't have one person ever build a website, because they can't. They're different personalities.
Okay.
Okay, so let me go back to your calendar. So worst case scenario, by the 9th, I need top level menu navigation. Home, I don't need. About us, air conditioning, heating, indoor air quality, ductless, and contact us. That's all I need by here. Biggest mistake most people do in their website is get totally bogged down by all of the interior pages, every single piece of content, everything. Right now, your goal has to be make decisions quickly, get the website live. We'll make sure that it's built properly, it's designed hot, and that you're in a position where once this website's live, now you can start adding additional pages, adding additional content, adding blog posts, rearranging your navigation. You can do all of these cool things, which actually is better for Google. As soon as you go live with the website, we have to get you onto Google's crawling schedule. So the more frequently you're adding new content, the more frequently Google's going to come back and crawl that site, and the more pages are going to be indexed. But if you go live with 100% of your content all on the same day, it does one full swoop, and it indexes every single page on the entire website because we worked so hard for 6 months or 12 months on all this content. The problem is that if you're not continuing to add new content, then Google's not going to crawl the site frequently, so SEO becomes very difficult. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, awesome. So this is where Tony Jerry's production before perfection comes in. This decision date is really important. Okay, so when the site moves into development, you would have V1 of the first round of development complete for review. By the 16th, I would say give you probably 4 or 5 days. How is your schedule on the 21st or the 22nd? You're in town and everything?
Yeah.
All right, so let's say that V1 dev site review and changes. You're going to be reviewing a live site instead of a picture now. So first phase is just a picture, that's your design. Second phase is a live site. You're starting to click around, click on content, make sure links work, make sure things are hooked up to your social media sites, those things. So we're going to have revisions complete from V2 dev site, V2 dev review, and then we're going to have V3, which is 3 rounds of changes, dev complete, and approved for go live. So that's going to put you on the 30th. Here, they're going to start responsive development. So when you approve the site to go live, it's only going to be okay in Chrome, possibly Firefox. It's going to take them another 3 to 4 days once you say go live to literally revamp and rebuild the entire website for all of the different browsers, all the different mobile devices, tablets, and everything else, and that's the responsive coding. So they're doing tons of testing. They're looking at it on iPhones and Androids, different size tablets, on big Macs, little Macs, HD screens, non-HD screens. So that is a process. So remember, when you approve it for go live, we still have 4 days of coding to do. So that would say you would go live on the 6th. All right, that's an aggressive schedule. That's right around a month and a half. Just throwing out there, the only thing that will delay this is not having content done on this date and missing any of the review things. So if reviews come in piecemeal, that will delay it. If we miss this date, this date is extended possibly by double, because the developers are allocated, their resources are allocated by how many projects they have in their pipeline. So I can plan this schedule knowing that you're going to occupy these hours. But if you don't use these hours and they're supposed to be coding your site, we're going to have to put another site into development then, which means that we have to put you into the new pipeline. So that's why this date, which I've seen happen for those clients that have a hard time either being organized, making decisions, consolidating their thoughts into single reviews, or finalizing their content, that absolutely can delay the project, and it can delay it by months. So I just want to make sure that's very clear. We stay on track, you and I and Ben, and the management team, we make sure that we hit each one of these dates. You have a live website by the first week in May, and we get into the fun stuff. Let's start marketing. Let's start adding new content, new images, new graphics, new video. Let's start the SEO program, your social media plan, and everything else, and then you're rocking and rolling. Cool?
Sounds good. Now, the other, like the pages that I had on my current website, the other things that we didn't outline in that outline above where you are now, say the things, for instance, like service areas or testimonials or certifications, things. Where should we put those, or should I?
Let's do homepage. So for everybody that's on the call, if you have to drop off, I know that we've taken an hour of your time. If you want to finish out, this is what we have left. We're going to go through all the homepage elements. We're going to finalize call to actions. We're going to talk about images. What do you like? What do you dislike about your current site? And then we're going to talk a little bit about interior pages. And the most important piece is we're going to design the footer. So if you want to stay on, I'm probably looking at another 15 minutes for Ann and I to be able to go through this project, and we'll have a complete design brief. And I'm sorry for going over, but now this is good stuff. Okay. And so let's talk about homepage. Actually, let's do your sliders first. So sliders are important. Typically, you can have 3 to 5 sliders. Really, 3 to 4 is what people are going to see. So sliders can be broken up into different messages. Let me give you some ideas. You can have one slider for each target audience. So if you're an HVAC company, you can have a slider that talks about homeowners, business owners, or commercial, existing customers and preferred members. That's one option. You can have one slide that says all 4 of those bullet points on that single slide. You can have a different slide that talks about heating, a different slide that talks about air conditioning, a different slide that talks about indoor air quality, so we can break it down by those. Or you can have one that says, these are the brands we specialize in, if you're brand specific, so we can say Daikin, Mitsubishi, Trane, Carrier, and so forth. We could also do something like financing. So you could say financing available, special offers, rebates, and tax incentives. But in every business, there's usually 4 or 5 things that we want to drive people into as far as on those sliders. And we're going to sort those by that. What are your initial thoughts if you were going to say the 5 things or the 4 things you want in an initial slide, which is in this top area up here? So here's an example. So they're focusing on this slide on special offers. Let's look at a different one. Go.
You're so smart. You know I'm visual, huh?
Yep. This is, I was just going there. This one, they're focused on no ductwork. So this is a Mitsubishi slide. Let's go to 2. This one, they're focused on Carrier. This one, they're focused on special offers. So they did financing, Mitsubishi, and special offers. Just a sample, though. There's lots of other options.
If I were, and this is a silly question because you know that Daikin is my brand that's blessed me with the opportunity to work with you.
Yep.
Should I put them in a slider, or should I use my sliders on my homepage to promote us and leave them underneath a product, so to speak, category for products?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask on that one. You want to focus on what the consumers want.
I carry Daikin for both the regular products and for ductless, but if I associate it with just the ductless, then I'm going to lose my Mitsubishi people that I have 10 years of history in the community with, so you don't want to steer those away. So I'm thinking if I stay away from brands in my sliders and stick it with financing, I don't know if you've seen success through folks with like offering an online discount for either a service call, the diagnostic fee or whatever. That's what I have on my current page. If you sign on, new customers, if you schedule a diagnostic fee online, receive $10 off. And within the slider, you can have a call to action, correct?
Let's do this. Let me see something real quick. I'm going to unmute everyone. Anybody that has an opinion on sliders, what you would do on sliders as a consumer. So if you're in HVAC, I don't want to hear from you right now. I love you, but I'm going to unmute everybody and see if we can get some feedback. That didn't work. Hang on. Meredith, Richard, Cheryl.
Hey, it's Richard.
Talk to me.
I don't think that she should feature one of her featured products on the sliders. I think it should be, the logo should be on the side, or it should be under products that she carries, unless it's, represents a giant percentage of the work that she gets, that people are with her because she carries them.
I like that. I like that. So what would be important to you as a consumer? If you were looking for what your air conditioning just broke, you've got 5 websites open. What do you want to see as a consumer?
That she carries multiple brands. The brand that I'm interested in maybe as one of them, but I wouldn't necessarily need to see it featured. Just that she carries multiple brands, that she's quick and fast, and has some good testimonials or reputation that I could easily validate.
Okay. Awesome. Good feedback. Sue or Cheryl, Meredith, your thoughts? Don't be shy. I know I said no HVAC companies. I take it back. I take it back.
Do you have the ability to do scrolling testimonials in the slider?
You absolutely. So you could do a welcome video. That was a message from our owners, for example. Let's see here. What are clients say? So that's pretty good. We've got guaranteed workmanship. That's kind of a no lemon offer. We have schedule your repairman online, which is ease and convenience. We have certified in installation, service, and repair of multiple brands. We could feature multiple brands. You guys, the story you told me earlier about how you interact with clients, absolutely, we can use that as a welcome video. That would be awesome. In fact, I'll trade you. If you do a testimonial video for CI Web Group and our company, I will have my video guy do your welcome video for you.
Okay.
You like that, don't you? See? Me too. Let's make it easy. Okay. Then you have me using your video all over my marketing material, so that's easy cross-reference. I literally am to the point I promote clients that promote us so much that I have clients that Blake yesterday, he said, can I come here to the office every Monday because he knows we're going to do some kind of promotion for him while he's here, which is awesome. Yesterday I was like, radio show time? He said, yes. Okay. What our clients say. I like this. I like this. Okay, so inside a slider, you have a few different elements. You have an image. You have a header. You have text, which is usually a small one-liner. And you have a CTA, which is a call to action. Every slider is pretty much the same as far as those things. So let me go through here.
Now, if the heading that you see on my current page, that's actually my guy. I have a local graphics guy we've used over the years. We just took pictures of them out in the field, and he did them through Photoshop and put backgrounds. Do you suggest we do that or leave our guys off? I mean, not we have longevity with our guys, but you never know when they're going to leave. I like the fact that they're in our uniforms, and that's who they're going to see. Pros or cons on that?
Let's see here.
I hate canned images. If I see one more picture of that guy that's not in a uniform in front of an air conditioner that I see on websites for HVAC people, I'm going to vomit. It just drives me crazy.
I feel you. So let's do this for guaranteed workmanship. If you have a high quality original image that my guys can cut out, that would be great. I just can't have anything that's been shrunken down or pre-edited. It's got to be just your original graphics, your original images. You can and should go to Basecamp, and that's part of your content. So when you're in Basecamp, go to Files and upload as many images as you have, because that's a huge section on here. We're going to get down to stock images, and I'm going to say, and would prefer to use their photography. She is uploading to Basecamp files. I love that.
If we don't have some of what they need, I'm not, but there are some, I think, where the personalization of it.
So because this is in the design element, from a timeline standpoint, that changes this timeline. So we're trying to have the design completed. Let's go back and look at this so we have real. We want the design completed by the 25th. So we can either move the entire project out, which would be taking this one, putting it out and moving all future milestones. Or we can, or you can have all of the images uploaded by tomorrow.
And that's probably not likely. The phone messed up in the middle of the conversation. Where does it move the time frame out to, Jennifer?
So let's see here. If we were going to hold on the design brief until Friday, that would give you, how long do you need? You tell me those days first.
Oh, got such a busy week. I don't know. Maybe I just need to abandon that and look at that for something down the road. What do you think? You can absolutely do that. The sliders and rotators, I like seeing how creative the guys get with their different thoughts and ideas, because sometimes they change my mind on things. So I've gotten good at not giving them too much direction because they're more creative than I am. Right.
So you can. Those sliders are designed for you to be able to constantly add new sliders. This is not forever. Your website's supposed to be dynamic and change frequently, so you can absolutely change those out in the future. So if comes down to weighing what's more important, having your images on all the sliders right now or going live on that date.
Right. No, we'll just keep it where we're at, and if I can change it down the road, because I can get bogged down getting so excited about everything that I'll be that person. So.
All right, I like it. Okay, so image, guaranteed workmanship. What kind of an image? Just give me kind of, what does that feel like?
Once upon a time, I thought those little, looking radio buttons that described something that, were like warranties or shields or whatever, to me, guaranteed would be something that initiates trust. So,
okay, that's good. A one-liner if you were talking about guaranteed workmanship.
Oh, got me on the spot here. Let me think. I'll come back to that one.
You're good. Okay, so
unless somebody has one, they can chime in.
I like that. You guys, if you have an idea, raise your hand, and I'll have Kathy unmute you if you want to provide some ideas for text on this slider. The next slider is going to be Richard's idea of having certified in installation, service, and repair of multiple brands. For the brands, this is where you can put Daikin, Mitsubishi, and so forth. Can you drop them on the same? Can you drop this? Can the logos or the certifications be on the same slider legally between them? Compliance-wise, I mean.
I probably should not.
Okay.
Since Daikin's paying for it. So we could probably put something like, if you're going to use certified, you could put the Nate logo in there.
Okay. Actually, let's do no logos. Let's do, let me try that. Something like this.
Okay.
Okay, let's do, we are going to do a welcome video. I'll have Scott work on that, so we'll do a placeholder. This is going to be a video. Do you and Joey have any custom pictures?
Of us?
Professional headshots?
They're really crappy.
All right, no problem. Aren't you in Florida? I might need to come to Florida.
Yeah, we are in Florida.
Are we stopping by Florida on our way to Costa Rica?
We are only a couple miles from the Harriet V. Moore, what is it called, Joey?
Michael's going to give you
Harry Moore,
Lauderdale,
whatever center.
We'll be in Fort Lauderdale in 2 weeks. If you want headshots and a video, show up, and we will take care of everything.
Oh, cool.
In the airport.
In the airport.
Michael, get you details.
We have like 6 hours.
I promise. I promise. We have like 6 hours? We have a long layover, so we can go out of the airport. How about that? Lunch and headshots. Okay, I'll finish the rest of your call to actions and images for these. That's perfect. Let's get into homepage elements. Okay, so we need we definitely need to have CTAs that are going to call people out to those specific brands. I'll give you a website that has a great example of that. Let's see here. So we're going to go heating, air conditioning, indoor air quality, and ductless. Okay, those are going to be your primary service areas. Here, we're also going to call out, we're going to say just for you, and we're going to have preferred members, oops, existing customers, commercial businesses, and residential homeowners. We want to talk specifically to them. Certifications, I'm going to take this off of here because we're going to drop this into the footer area. Oops. Okay, we're back up here. Let's see, her homepage elements. You need a testimonial. We're going to do a rotator, but it's going to say why our customers love us. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Personal, all right. Actually, let's keep download our mobile app off the center of the page because you don't like the length of it, and let's drop it onto download our mobile app. I know your mobile app's going into production as soon as your first round. So speaking of which, because you're doing a mobile app too, your mobile app will start after your final round of design. So this says mobile app project starts. They need to see the final design of the site before they start designing that. Okay, testimonial rotator. Now,
I like the way this security system has the different pictures and headings underneath of the header for everything to fall into. It's crisp, it's clean. You get a visual for folks.
All right, got that. I thought you would like that. So that's going to be for this section here. You see we had kind of a why we'll love that. Instead of breaking down these individuals, we can break down a section for each one of, so when they come here, I want them to instantly feel comfortable that they're at the right place and they know where to go.
Okay.
Okay, so some other options. Do you have a newsletter for people to sign up for?
I don't currently, but you said we were going to do it through the blog. How can we? Can they sign up for the blog through the newsletter through the blog, or how does that work?
Yes, we'll have an RSS feed. Let's also do me a favor, go out and set up an account with MailChimp. It's free, and then I'll need your login and password to that. You can post it in Basecamp. We'll get MailChimp integrated into your site, and we can work on that for kind of a phase 2.
Okay.
All right. The footer also, we're going to have connect with us. And this is going to be Facebook, which you're rocking at, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Okay, let's go back up to the center elements on here. You're going to have most recent post. And we can change this to featured / popular. We want to have one section on the site that has all your most recent content into it so that they come back. So you have some options. We can add a photo gallery, we can add a video gallery, or we can put galleries, just a couple call to action buttons that say view our video gallery or view our photo gallery instead of you actually including them on the page because you don't like the lengthy sites. So you see how they have our featured videos and they have kind of 3 onboarding videos. Totally
right.
You which one?
Well, let me ask you a question because I don't want to be so stuck in my ways that I do something bad. Is the lengthy site a turnoff, you think, to people, or do you find that they really scroll down there and use that? Because if it's more leverage, your word, if it leverages my space better to use the lengthy sites to get in all the educational things that I want to be able to show homeowners, is that just the better way to go and I need to let my personal feelings go somewhere else?
I love you. When you talk,
I mean, there's no point in doing this if I'm going to stick to my same bad habits and thoughts, because if I was good, I would have had a better website. So
I absolutely love you. Okay, so we're going to put your education center on the front page. And your education center will consist of videos, photography, as well as your blog.
Okay.
I love that.
I think I like that better.
Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
It'll roll out like a scroll now.
Yeah. We'll make it too long, but I think this is good. This is going to be hot. This isn't too much for the body area. We're going to have CTAs on all your graphics, and we're going to put all right, let's really nail down this footer area. So we're going to have left, which is going to be contact info for company. We're going to have left, center, which you need schedule service form. Don't mind my typos. You need download our mobile app. Okay, and this is going to be right. Okay, that's going to make the bottom of that site look hot, hot, hot. Then we're also going to have scrolling. So this is going to be vertical. These are things that I think are very important. So we're going to have a vertical scroll of the certifications and banners. That's where you can put your diamond dealer, your carrier, your Daikin certifications, all of those things, and any other certifications. And it's on every page of the entire site. I can download our mobile app off because that's going to be in the header. Subscribe to our newsletter. This is going to be a vertical sign up. Under the body container. And then we're going to have vertical connect with us on your social sites.
Is there ability for a search bar? So if they were looking for a specific topic?
Good job, good job, good job. That's going to go in the header. So let's see here. We're going to go insert right above, header, elements. So we're going to have logo. I'd love to be able to say serving the greater, give me an area, blank area.
Well, we serve several counties, so because of the way we're split up. So should we list the counties? Should we, at some point in time, we'll want landing pages for each area, but that's not today.
Let's do this, serving service areas. Your SEO guys are going to shoot me if I don't ask for that. So we're going to have service areas, and tell me the counties real quick.
Brevard, Brevard.
Okay.
Orange. How do you handle places that are only parts of a certain county, like southern or northern? Should we put South Volusia or North Indian or?
Yep. Tell me, how do you spell it?
South Volusia, Volusia.
Okay.
North Indian. Seminole.
Spell it.
Seminole. And East Osceola.
Spell Osceola.
Osceola. Eola. Eola. Osceola.
Okay. All right. And what I'm going to need you to do is provide zip codes.
Okay, I have that.
And what they'll do is they'll pull up the Google Maps areas. So I'm going to have them integrate Google Apps. Okay, good, good, good. Let me go back up to the header area. Okay, so we need call. What phone number?
Should we put our toll free since we have so many different areas, or are people pretty much on cell phones these days?
I think most people are on cell phones.
I mean, I guess if you're looking at it, would they relate more to our local number or the... I'll just do the 855. Let's just do the 855 632 9449.
And what's the local?
321 385 3950.
50. Perfect. And we're going to have social links to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and we're going to have search bar. Okay, I think that's good. I like it. All right, so header space.
Oh, let's see that site you just had up, Jennifer. The Flanders people. I'm visual, I tell you.
I know. Yeah, we brought up the service areas.
Oh, FAQs and useful links. Where does that go? In our footer then?
Yes, definitely. That'll be a submenu under resources. And you're going to have an entire education center. So they're going to have an FAQ. You're going to have an education center.
Okay. All right. I don't know the architecture where it's going to fall. So
I love it. So let's see here. We've got schedule service. That's your schedule service form. Okay, I'm not going to go into sites you like. I'm not going to go into what do you like about your existing website. I'm just going to write content. What do you not like?
Not even
I don't know.
everything.
No. I need a copy of your logo in the highest resolution possible, either a PSD or ESP file. So logos can't be stretched, and most of these are embedded on things. So if you can upload that into Basecamp, that would be awesome.
Is there a specific size or that you're looking for?
The biggest one that your designers have available, because we can scale down, but we can't scale up.
Okay.
Okay, everything else I can take care of for you. This was a design brief. So this is great preparation. Your baby is in the next 10 days to do the primary sites and as many of the sub pages, but again, just primary header areas for these content. Also, your goal is to get a the highest either vector, EPS, or PSD style logo uploaded into Basecamp. Upload as many graphics, photography, real pictures that you can into Basecamp. But your primary goal is content, and then we will be scheduling our first round. You'll be looking at a web design by Friday, Miss Lady.
Where do the actual products themselves go? Do I need to up like pictures of my products? Do I need to upload those, or can I just give you my passwords and everything to my manufacturer sites, and you can go on and pull out the ones that meet the clarity and quality and sizes and whatnot that you need?
The best thing to do is for you to log into you can give us the login and password. So create a message inside Basecamp called products and give us a login and password to your manufacturer site and give them a list of the links. So go to the page that you like, copy this link and paste it. And it should be just a big list of links.
Okay.
Let's go into resources. We're going to add a subpage that is products and a subpage that is brands. And we can add those as well. And that'll be for your products pages.
Okay. And terminology would go there too, or energy saving tips?
Yep. Most of these things are either going to go into your blog as a category, they're going to go into your educational center, or they're going to go under resources. But as they get all the content transferred over, we can go through and
figure out where they're going.
Yep. Nothing is hard-coded. So all the content gets transferred. The final pieces that's going through, these are all the pages you have available, and literally we're dragging and drop them into the right navigation structure.
Okay. Again, I'm visual, so until I see it, it just won't make sense to me. And then I will know what information I still need to get to you. So
let me show you one thing really quick. And this way everybody can see it, because a lot of times this is a source of panic. I probably have 15 websites in the pipeline right now that the clients are just simply stuck because they haven't went through the final process of just simply aligning the right pages with the menu structure. But so let me show you what that looks like so anybody that's watching this can feel unstuck quickly. Which would be your whole site is, oh gosh, I love logging into my own stuff. Go. Do it. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So if you go in on the back of your site, you're going to have this button called menus. This is how easy this is. So I can have 3,000 pages in here. These are all my pages. Good examples of this. Sullivan is sitting in a position where they have 100% of their content transferred. Their site is designed, it's developed, everything is completely done. The only thing they need to do is to go through and start applying the pages. So you can view all. These are all the pages that are in the system. It doesn't mean we're going to use all of these in the menu structure. And then also you have all of the categories and you have all of the blog posts. So to be able to redo your menu, you literally drag every page where you want it. This is how easy it is to change your site. This is your navigation. So as long as you have if I want to add all of these in here, I can say add to menu. So every page just get dropped into here, and then I'm literally going, I want this here, I want this here, I want this here, I want this here, and oh, I changed my mind. Now, not only that, but you also have the ability to create unlimited menus. So you could create one menu that you want to try out for 3 months and get kind of the analytics on, and then you can come back in and you can create a second menu, and you can play with that one for a little bit. So nothing should freak anybody out. Don't get stuck in the details because it's too easy to move and change things around.
When you're in the previous screen where it says view all, once you make the changes, does it show you what the actual look of it is for the visual people of the content that's within home and all? Over to the left under pages where it says view all in the blue. Keep going left.
Over here?
Right by most recent. Under the pages tab.
Over here.
Right. Yeah. It won't show you the content and the look and feel of it, though, right?
No, what you would do is you would have two sites side by side. So this is just like a dollhouse. This is your website, and this is the back office to your website. So see, it says home, about. Notice under about it says leadership and founder. About leadership founder. Webinars. All the webinars, and then over here it has webinars, all the webinars. If I start moving these around, all I do is hit save menu, and I hit refresh over here, and I have a new menu structure.
Okay. All right.
Play.
Okay.
Easy enough?
Easy enough. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So this is the back office of a site. You have your dashboard, posts, events, media. This is all the libraries of all your media documents, PSD files, maybe PDF files, downloadable documents, all your pages, which are your static pages, comments from consumers. You won't have these because I don't use this garbage. We use Facebook social media posting. Your sliders. So remember I said all of your sliders can be modified? These are all my slides. This is what you see rotating here. If you want to upload a new slide, you say add new slide. You want to change one out? You want to see it? Yes, I can. You want to see what it looks like? You can click edit, unpublish, publish, add another one. You can change the status. So you will have the most powerful back office you could imagine. Nothing is hard-coded. Everything can change. Even from, we create all our own themes. So we don't use garbage themes. These are the 3 testimonials I have rotating down here. If I want to add another testimonial, I go add a new testimonial. It automatically goes into all the content blocks that are displaying testimonial. Easy. Content blocks, customer support center, sessions, inner pages, footer navigation, recommended readings. So you see these are all content areas. Everything on the entire website is completely it's like building blocks. So you can shape shift, you can modify it, you can change everything. Sweet, huh?
It is. That outline that we've been working on, is that going to be available to me in Basecamp this afternoon?
Absolutely. You'll probably see that in there. My guess is in the next 5 minutes. If your project manager would have been on the phone with me, it would have already been in there. He does all that. So now I have to go ask for forgiveness, and then I'll get everything done right for you.
Okay.
All right. You guys are fantastic.
So I could make changes in there and update it, too, once I get my thoughts back together and mull it over. Then
don't even worry about it for now. Just rest on it. Wait till Friday. I'd be surprised if it takes till Friday, but you'll have your new design. It's going to be a lot easier to work from a gorgeous design than it's going to be from working from an ugly white document. So just go back to business, take care of work, and focus on your content. I'm laughing because I know what that feels like. I just built JenniferBagley.com 12-step roadmap. I'm in the process of rebuilding DNet, and I'm in the process of rebuilding CI Web Group. So I have 5 of my own projects all being developed and writing content and doing everything you guys have to go through. I'm doing for 5 of my own sites in my spare time, which means Kathy, Mike, and I are sitting around a table with a glass of wine or bottles of wine at like 10 to 11 p.m. or midnight, plus all of your sites. So
Know the feeling. You know the feeling.
Awesome. I love you guys. I hope this is helpful. Thank you so much. And you're free today. I know we had a meeting. Go ahead and you can use that for content writing time. One more time, I'll throw it out there. And I'll expect to see your design here in the next couple days. I can't wait to see it. Everyone
and you're gonna send me over the links for the web forms and all, so I can check that out and see how we want to go in that route as well.
Yep, sure will. All right. You'll get a message from Basecamp. You'll get a copy of the document. We'll send you the link to visit with Mothernote about their application. And everyone else, on next week's call, you guys, next week we're moving into session 4 of the 12-step roadmap. Let me just go make sure I know what I'm talking about. Session 4, we're talking about branding and graphics design. So everything is graphics, from the designs of your social media sites, the designs of your website, your sliders, your banners, your graphics, your social media marketing tools, your newsletters. Everything is literally talking about the visual appearance of your brand, all the different things that you need to market your business. I know we went way over. I love you. I'm sorry, but I hope this is helpful. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I will see you online 12-step roadmap next week. Thank you, Ann, for volunteering. And Scott, I got you. Richard, your site, I saw everything go in there. Review and approve it. Your site is ripping and ready to go. I saw 2 changes. Other than that, you're going to have a new website here in the next couple days. And Scott Burnside, I see your note. Your design brief is in Google Documents. I'm going to go look at it. I'm going to put my spin on it, and we're going to have a design out to you in the next couple days. You already had one, but I want something different, so we'll talk about that.
And Jennifer, let me know how your meeting with Daikin goes.
I'm going to, when I see you in Florida, I hope you don't freak out, but I'm going to all over your whole face.
Tell your husband don't do that anymore.
Is that today or tomorrow? When is that?
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, good luck. I think it's opportunity. Knocking.
You are awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great
you're welcome.
day.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yes.